Hey there! Today we're going to talk about the power of collective intention and its potential impact on people. So what exactly is collective intention? Well, it's the idea that when a group of individuals focus their thoughts on a common goal or outcome, the combined energy and intention of the group amplify the effects of what they're trying to achieve. In an experiment done by journalist Lynne McTaggart on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, she had a large group of people send kind intentions to two southern provinces in Afghanistan, and those were the most violent areas of Afghanistan. Studies from NATO afterwards showed a huge lowering of violence in just those two provinces. Back in 1993, another study conducted by the Harvard School of Public Health examined the impact of group meditation on crime rates in Washington DC. During the study period, when thousands of individuals meditated together for peace, the crime rate in that area significantly dropped. According to Dr. Herbert Benson, who's a physician and researcher, collective meditation has the potential to influence societal well-being. He found that when individuals come together and direct their focused intention towards a positive outcome, it appears to create a ripple effect. This kind of practice can reduce societal stresses, such as crime. Collective intention isn't limited to societal impact. It also has profound effects on individual well-being. There's a psychologist by the name of Dr. William Braud. He conducted all sorts of experiments on remote healing. In one experiment, Dr. Braud invited a group of people from different parts of the world. This group focused their intention on healing individuals facing various health challenges. In the experiment, the healers were provided photographs and brief descriptions of the individuals who were seeking healing. These individuals were completely unaware that they were the subjects of the experiment. The healers were asked to direct their focused intentions towards the well-being and healing of these individuals. This was all done while being physically distant from the subjects. Many of the recipients reported significant improvements in their symptoms and overall well-being. None of them had any direct contact with the healers. In 1991, Dr. Braud and another researcher, Marilyn Schlitz, published a paper after 13 years of laboratory experiments on exerting direct mental influences on various biological systems from a distance. Throughout these experiments, researchers monitored the fluctuating activity of the target system. This was done during both influence and non-influence or control periods. Meanwhile, in a separate room, a person would attempt to influence the target system's activity. This was done with focused attention on imagining a desired outcome. The remote biological systems influenced included a person's electrodermal activity, blood pressure, muscular activity, hemolysis, or destruction of human red blood cells. Their experiments extended to observing the spatial orientation of fish and the locomotor activity of small mammals. These experiments suggest that with a certain goal or idea in mind, individuals can influence remote biological systems. That could be people or animals. And to do this, there's no need to understand the underlying physiological processes either. The key factor in these effects is intention. By maintaining a strong intention of a desired outcome, focusing attention on the target system, and visualizing the desired activity, individuals can potentially induce shifts in the target system's activity in the intended direction. The successful outcomes of these experiments and the implications of these findings could open up some pretty interesting opportunities in the area of medicine. Think about using mental influences to focus on an individual's specific organs, tissues, or cells to bring about healing. It may sound a little mental, and it literally is. That's why I'm covering it on this channel. All this research expands our understanding of consciousness and its interactions with remote biological systems. Distant mental influences could open avenues for mental healing and alternative medical approaches. Now, there's a very well-respected researcher in New York, Dr. Dean Radin, and the research and experiments he's done on intention are fascinating. In one experiment he did in Taiwan, he brewed a gigantic amount of oolong tea. The tea was poured into little bottles. He had 3 Buddhist monks bless a portion of the tea. The remaining portion remained untreated. And by blessings, Dr. Radin clarified that the monks were instructed to send a thought toward the tea along the lines of, "You will have an improvement in your mood." So the tea was being imprinted with the positive intention. 189 people, all in Taiwan's southern city of Kaohsiung, were recruited for this experiment. It was a double-blinded experiment. That is, the people were told they may receive the blessed tea or they might not, and those distributing the tea didn't know which tea was blessed or not. So all 189 people were given bottles of tea to drink over the following days. Each evening for 7 days in a row, the volunteers recorded their mood. For the first 2 days, they were instructed not to drink the tea. Then on days 3, 4, and 5 of the test, each participant was asked to drink 600 ml of oolong tea in the morning and again in the afternoon. The test participants were divided into 2 groups, matched by age, gender, and a psychological trait of neuroticism. By the end of day 3, we start to see some interesting results. Firstly, everyone was asked whether they thought they received the blessed tea or not, just to gauge each person's expectations. The combination of believing that one was drinking blessed tea and actually drinking it had a 700% improvement in mood over those who drank blessed tea but believed that they were drinking untreated tea. Basically, those who didn't believe they were drinking blessed tea, regardless of whether it was blessed or not, reported no change in their mood. In his research, Dr. Radin refers to placebo and nocebo generally as positive or negative beliefs. And it's these beliefs that have a great influence over modulating mood under double-blind conditions. So if someone had the blessed tea and believed it was blessed, it'd be placebo enhanced. If they didn't have the blessed tea but believed it was blessed, it'd be placebo controlled. And the same would apply for the nocebo types. Ultimately, there's an important finding here. The blessed tea that was imprinted with good intentions enhanced the mood more than ordinary tea derived from the same source. This indicates that belief and intentional enhancement interact. He's done this experiment with chocolate too, all with strikingly similar results. You might look at the traditional tea ceremony in a new light now. The tea ceremony is a somewhat meditative experience, bringing harmony and inner peace to guests. In light of today's topic, there may be subtle influences in a tea ceremony that extend beyond the ritual itself. Well, that wraps up today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with others who might be interested. Remember, your intention matters, and together, we can make a difference.